Hey guys, today we're talking about court packing. I've seen a lot of debates online about it, so I wanted to kind of give my thoughts. Yeah, I've seen debates from like Pisco, Destiny, all those guys um, about it, deciding there too. I think, court packing can, if the GOP did not first start joke, the court packing, it probably um, would not escalate as much as it is because this current administration's kind of cooked, very, very cooked, and um, they're not very receptive to any kind of they break all the norms and stuff, and like I saw the many arguments about how the lawyer dude, I forgot his name, but from the conservative lawyer, how saying that he kind of reduced the Senate's power to appoint and not appoint a justice as just a norm violation, which I felt that's kind of crazy. Um, I think if the GOP did not start the court packing first, if they did not start this tit for tat first, no matter how you could go pretty far and say that they have started it. Um, I think the GOP, we would not be in discussion about whether we should. I think there was a tweet on for Pisco, Pisco's tweet called defensive, this is kind of defensive court packing, and I think I agree with that. Is that um the the Democrats should pursue a court pack, whether it be by one or 13. 13, I feel a little bit. That's you're shifting the court, but the court has always been, numbers have changed. Different presidents have changed it. It's never been a static number. Um, there's no number in the Constitution for it, so it's like we're kind of just have it on our own. I think the argument for more justices for administrative reasons, more decisions faster, I think that's a good argument. Um, to have more justices on the Supreme Court, but uh, there is a part of me that worries about the runaway effect of how if we add keep on if keep on adding more justices, then it could. But I think that I don't think so that's gonna happen as consistently if we basically use this defensively, the Democracy to kind of force the issue. Uh, Obviously, right now with kind of basically a trifecta, Republican power, it's kind of hard. We're the party out of power. We're kind of cooked. Court packing is not the the best way. I mean, if we get the Senate, if we get the House in 2028, maybe if we get the presidency back, may I think we should pursue some kind of um court packing only because of how the Republicans, with I think the most egregious one is how Mitch McConnell didn't even give outgoing president Barack Obama a hearing for his judges from Merrick Garland, which that is a crazy thing to me. I think that needs to be rectified. I think this administration is gonna probably get two more picks if the other justices retire, and this court is gonna become more and more um enstrained with conservative majority. I think we should have a court that's that in theory is oh, it's above it all, but especially with the recent decisions that's coming out, I do not think that the court is above it all. The court definitely has political leanings. Um, it has been like that for a long time, but now it's just surely conservative things going on, making up laws, i.e., Trump versus the United States. And that example is very, very striking to me, how they just made up fundamental constitutional law by saying we have so little, very little, tiny of actual cases involving immunity, and we're just gonna take this tiny cases, and then the rest is we just made it up. We didn't even know what we were doing. So it's but anyway, sorry, that case is just very significant, so I'd like to bring it up. There's been other cases too where it's the Supreme Court, especially with abortion, has also take a U-turn and be like, nope, no abortion nationwide. Like, no, no, like they give it back to the states. And I feel like I think it could be argued the foundations of that case were a little bit weaker on the weaker side. Um, but still, I think the fact that they just like whooshed it away, I think kind of took a lot of legitimacy out of the Supreme Court. Um, so it can appear like that, right? So I don't know if that's the way we want to go. I saw many other debates, Rob Noor debates about how he defended these, I guess, originalists, which I don't. This is course some is originalist right now, and I originalists, which are like basically trying to defy original meaning of the Constitution. Like these originalists don't know what they're doing, um, and they're not they don't know what they're doing. They are making up laws. I don't think so. Personally don't think so we should take them that much seriously because like they don't take it. They don't take it. They don't do our industrial republic justice. So um, I also saw, I guess as a side note, I also saw the UFC thing over the White House. That I felt like is a clear corruption thing with the Trump administration. Like, how can we allow like a basically the White House is basically a prop. That whole thing, it's a prop behind these UFC fighters, and it's like, is that what we're doing with our political institutions? They're props now. They're like props, which is yeah. Um, I kind of likened it to like something like I was watching The Boys and Homelander. This is something like from that show, which it already happened with that like golden statue that he erected. Um, and that in the show too. So it just feels like that's our political situation right now. There's a lot of conservatives that are saying that uh oh, are these plans for defensive like court packing are tyrannical, or like you're trying to take no, but they're defensive because the Republican institution and mega Republicans as a whole right now are like basically taking our institutions by force. Like the Supreme Court has effectively made it where the president can basically make any decisions, most decision in his outer perimeter of his, without any worry of the law, which is actually that's one of the more scary parts of this, that he can make these decisions with all these, I guess, industry to showcase the White House, not just showcase it, not like actually use the institution. Like um I guess for international politics, I'm not that much of an international observer. I do see the Ukraine war, Russia war. That the fact that he's pulling out resources from that is crazy. We're living in times where I see in Twitter like the discussions about, oh, we shouldn't support NATO, we shouldn't support uh we shouldn't support all that stuff. Which is wild. Like there, I heavily believe in the argument that if NATO was actually conceived earlier to Ukraine, maybe their sovereignty would have been protected. So I saw that, I don't know who's user, but on Twitter about people saying that fine ironic how they're saying like don't support NATO. NATO is this empirical thing, and but it was built to basically um um basically protect against Imperial Russia. I also saw this argument I think on Parker's stream. Um it was this 1 inch east forward. That's a misquote. Do not believe that. Do not believe that argument. I took a class on Russian foreign policy. That argument is for East Germany. Um and that was related to that, and that was mistaken from the leadership at the time, and now it's like being retroactively being used by the Russian state as like this guarantee when it didn't even mean that. It didn't even mean um it didn't even mean the what they're claiming it was, right? So yeah, I don't have much international thoughts on that. Um, it's a wild situation outside of here. I think there's a lot of conflicts, especially with the Iran war, that I saw how we were basically paying Iran for our failed war. That actually was crazy. Um, no objectives found, no nothing, no. We just went there for no reason and basically made them open and close the Strait of Hormuz multiple times. So and gave them basically, and now we're giving them I think billions in war damages for this. Which is like, why were we there in the first place? This is like just war for war. No, and yeah, I think that it's crazy, but um, yeah, I mean, how can you pursue that with that? But no, I mean, it is what it is. So, but I don't know, but um, that's it for me. See you at my next video. Thanks.